Welcome back, everybody, to the This Is My Bourbon podcast. I'm your host, Perry, and I'm back together with my co-host, the Whiskey Mutant, Eric Smith.
We're together. We're the bestest friends. And we're doing a podcast.
Yay!
We're talking
Jeez
about
Louise,
bourbon
man.
and stuff and snacks and cakes and all the things we're reading and all the things we're doing. And suddenly I sound like the
Family Guy.
Yes, it's my bourbon podcast. I don't know how that happened.
I don't either, but it worked out pretty magically. I'm not gonna lie.
We're here.
We've made it. It's a new dawn. It's a new day.
It's a new dad.
I'm feeling good. Family Guy, or wait,
American Dad?
American Dad. Sorry.
Hawaiian Dad, Don.
Oh man, I feel like we've already done like a full week's worth of content,
We have.
basically, and we just did Patreon stuff, which if you want to listen to, you can head to patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast at the $5 and up tier. But if you just want to support the show and drop $1 a month, you can do that as well.
But no, don't do that. Go to the 5.
Well, if you can, we don't want to make people do that.
I kind of want to make them.
at what, knife point?
Maybe. No, I want to make them FOMO for it.
Oh, okay.
All the stuff you get with Patreon.
There's a
is
lot of
crazy.
stuff. We did Pours from the Floor this week. It's our Patreon exclusive podcast where we finish bottles that have been sitting around in Eric's basement for too long. We did the pregame chats, which we normally do before every episode to get ourselves warmed up for the main episode. We do some exclusive content over there. We popped a bottle too. We'll not talk about that here. You got to go over there to check it out exclusively. And we unboxed a delivery from Eric's
Dad.
Bourbon Daddy.
My bourbon daddy. He gave me cookies.
And some other goodies too.
Yeah.
One of which we're going to be drinking later on in the show. I'm very excited for. There's that's right. There is some other stuff we have to talk about too. First of all, though, the merch store. You can head to bourbonshop.threadless.com. You can get one of these shirts with the brand new logo on it, the updated logo rather, that Eric is wearing. He's flaunting it, truly flaunting it. You can head to the link in our description below to get our barrel rye finished in Armagnac pick that we did with our buddy David Levine over at the Whiskey Ring podcast. It's fabulous. It's one of my favorite picks that we've done with the show. And then tomorrow night on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/thisismybourbonpodcast. Tomorrow night, as of this episode coming out. So that would be, let me look at the actual date. This is going to be January 23rd. Okay, at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We are going to be doing a fundraiser stream for a displaced family in Los Angeles who lost everything from the wildfires. I had been kind of thrown around what the best way to do this was, and it occurred to me that the best way to do this was to basically adopt a family who had a GoFundMe up. And so in typical Timbit fashion, we're going to welcome somebody new into the family, and we're going to donate and do a whole stream raising funds for a family. There will be giveaways involved, bottles, samples, some merch as well. So tune in for that. Again, that's going to be on the YouTube channel and also on Twitch, twitch.tv/mybourbongamer. So head over there. We'll be going just about as long as we can, I think. Hopefully we'll have some special guests. If you feel like you want to donate a bottle or samples or whatever as well for the giveaway portion of it, no pressure, of course, but feel free to reach out to myself at my bourbon pod, or hit us up on the email. This is mybourbonshop@gmail.com, and we can work that out. and more details to come on that as well. All that being said, as I said last week, on last week's episode, we try to take care of people when, natural disasters happen in the southern portion of the United States, Kentucky, throughout. And so we want to take care of people who are hurting on the opposite end of the coast as well. And this is just something that I feel like we need to do.
Yeah.
So that's that. January 23rd, 7 p.m., youtube.com/This My Bourbon Podcast and twitch.tv/My Bourbon Gamer, raising funds for LA, for a family in LA. Yeah.
Good job.
Very excited about it. So we kick off episodes with Flying Blind or Sips and Snacks, and it looks like we got a Sips and Snacks bourbon and snack pairing.
Yes.
Or whiskey pairing. I don't know.
We do.
We'll see.
I found a cookie today.
Just
Random.
like you were walking on the street and you found a cookie?
Well, this is from a place here in town. BKS Cookies. BK's.
I was going to say, I think that's BK's.
BK's. Well, the website is BKS Cookies.
Yeah.
Anyway, they had a display at one of the liquor stores in town, and it had a ton of different, like, peanut butter, chocolate chip, all this stuff. They look really good. They said they were pretty fresh. This one caught my eye because it's called the honey bun cookie.
Ooh.
There's two of them in here. So we're going to try this with something new.
Oh, boy.
Well, it's not new.
New to us.
New to us.
Okay.
I thought.
Let's do it.
We usually do reviews on 2XO whiskey. This one has been out for a little while, and it's not really that available, at least around here. I've not seen it too much. This is the French Oak Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Another one of the, maybe your normal shelf price cocktail whiskey or something, kind of like the, what was the other one?
The other one's just American Oak, I think.
American Oak, yes. It's down on the end, I think. Yeah.
Yep, American Oak, part of the Oak series.
So I figured just, I want to really look at this cookie and not take too much away from the honey bun. But I figured why not get like a nice, just lower proof, it's 92 proof bourbon to go with it. And we could talk about this too.
Now, the American Oak was also 92 proof.
Yeah. And both of these run about $45. So,
yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Excited for this.
Oh my God. Smell in there.
All right. Dude, this is crazy.
All
right. Dang it. Sing it.
Oh my God, it tastes like a honey bun.
Holy Moses.
Oh, it's so soft.
Wow. I'm going to say it.
Say it. Say it.
You remember that vine of the kid? You know what? I'm going to say it.
No.
I don't care if you broke your arm.
Oh. This cookie is delicious.
All right.
I wish I knew about BK's more. Or sooner. Or reading that says BK's cookies and more.
Maybe BK's could be a part of this year's Timbip. They've got CBD cookies.
And it's DoorDash.
And they're on DoorDash?
And they have chocolates.
Oh my gosh. All right. They've got cookies and cream cookie, hot cocoa cookie, chocolate dipped salted peanut butter cookie, an everything cookie with potato chips, chocolate chips, caramel, and toffee.
Okay.
The honey bun cookie, and an original chocolate chip waffle cookie. They've got cookie butter. They've got cookie cakes. They've got cookie brittle.
Oh, man.
They've also got just like standard offerings too.
Not your granny's chocolate chip.
Yeah, these are the CBD ones.
Hell yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, incredible.
That's delicious.
Yeah. We need to get in touch with our new friends at BK's and see if we can make something happen for this year's meetup. Struggled a lot for not much cork
Well,
pop.
I was afraid that it would spill.
This cookie goes crazy.
Cookies are delicious. I already ate half of them that I have. All right. See what old Double D did with this one.
Ed and Eddie.
Okay, that smells pretty good. To be a low proof, that's got a great, like, big nose.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely got that French oak. And it's pretty vanilla heavy, too.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wow. To be what it is, I mean, I think it hits all the marks for lower proof, solid pour.
I think I need a sip of water. I'm not getting a whole lot.
I'm just ready for this cookie and the pour over here. That did exactly what I wanted it to, which was not overpower the cookie and almost just make it like an alcohol honey bun. It's just a good little compliment to give it that, it's got some booziness to it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not really like boosting any flavors or anything.
It's just like if you order like a dessert that says spiked or like an ice cream that's spiked, it still tastes like the ice cream, but it's got some alcohol in it.
Yeah, it's almost like bourbon flavored ice cream.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I want to try this in an old fashioned now.
Oh, yeah. I got to say, I think the cookie is the star of the show here.
Cookie's definitely the star of the show. But I thought it'd be a good time to try that. Since we haven't really, and I had to complete the collection.
Yeah, definitely. I think it needs more French oak. I don't think the finish is as strong as it could be.
Notes of coffee and cinnamon. Honey bun, baby.
You'd think he planned it, but he didn't.
He did. Told me.
I mean, you.
Oh. I thought you were talking about Double D. He planned this.
No. What have you been drinking recently?
What have I been drinking? Well, not a whole lot. I had the other stout, one of my favorite stouts ever, the Brooklyn Brewing, the Four Roses one.
The Black Ops, yeah.
Yes. Had that on Sunday when I was watching the Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. A little nervous about something.
Don't be.
I'm scared.
Don't be nervous.
I don't want to have a nervous game. I just want to have a fun game. It's going to be fun.
Good. It's going to be fun.
It will be fun.
And it's going to be really fun in a couple weeks, too.
At the Super Bowl.
Yes, it is.
Go Bills. Calling it now.
Good. You should be calling it.
You act like you know something.
Me and Josh Allen were tight.
From the future. You have that sports book that
the sports almanac from Back to the Future.
I honestly, that's one thing special that stands out. I had a bunch of random stuff when I was moving. My basement was all moved around, and I moved my whiskey from one side to the other. So I was sipping on things as you do when you find something random, and you're like, "Oh, I haven't had this in a while." I also swung by Rare Character and seen our buddy Chade. He gave us a new release that I think it's out now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's been talked about.
Yep. There's Perry's bottle.
Rare Character limited release, 25 batch 1 rye.
So, and had a couple of pours from some barrels. Perry had the same ones when he was there. So yeah, I think the stout and the straight from the barrel Rare Character pours I shared with Chade were my highlights of the past week. So.
Honestly, I've kind of been in the same boat where there's not really been a whole lot that I've gotten into. The highlights have kind of been this Elijah Craig pick, that the barrel proof pick that we had on the pregame chats. It's a 10-year Deatsville barrel, 132.6 proof. I think it's excellent.
That's good.
I mean, it's better than most Elijah Craig barrel proofs that have come out recently.
Very recently.
It's all right, bud.
Why? Why do they do that?
I don't know. Grabbed a Knob Creek pick just to have it. No sharp edges from Liquor Barn. I think I'd had it before, and I just needed one to have around. I've noticed something at Liquor Barn. I don't think they have any picks from 2024. They're still like trying to get rid of stock from 22 and 23.
Because they pick like 50 at a time.
I know. It's crazy.
Slow down.
People just aren't buying that many picks anymore.
Pick one and be like, all right, let it sit for another year and bring it back.
Yeah, it's wild. But otherwise, I mean, not really anything too special. I need to replenish my Turkey 101. My handle's getting low. That's the nice thing about like when, you have a big event like Thanksgiving or something.
Buy a handle and it lasts you
for a few months, and then you get to the point. And I even looked at it the other day and said, I'm getting way too low on this.
You're getting low.
I did that flight a few weeks ago on my live stream of Turkey 101 products, and it had did I talk about this on I don't think I did. I did regular 101, and I did some of that little flask that I got and I gave you one of. And then I did the 12 year and the 70th anniversary. And I did them all blind. And the one that came out as the winner was just the handle.
Oh, faithful.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was very
just carried around like old moonshine jug. Ain't wearing no shoes.
I miss when turkey handles had an actual handle on it. Because every time that I go to pour from a handle now, I'm afraid that it's gonna slip out of my hands. And I pour way too much into my glass.
Take the fun stopper off.
Yeah, I did took the fun stopper off. What are you talking about? This is America, dang it.
This is America. If I was president, I would ban fun stoppers.
Now that fun stoppers are banned, egg prices are going to go down.
That's what I was told. TikTok's gone and eggs are still expensive.
Are you going to still make content?
I don't even like putting stuff on TikTok because it takes forever, I feel like.
It does take a long time for it to upload. I feel like it nerfs the quality, too.
It does.
It usually shaves off, like, half of your pixels.
Well, I'm mad because my end of the year reel did great on Instagram, and then it did one of those things on TikTok where all my videos have 900 to 1,000 plays, like the ones before, and then that one has like 70.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's crazy.
I posted at the same time, use the same hashtags, all the stuff, and I'm like, what? Who shadow banned this? My last reel.
I don't know.
Screw them. I don't care. Go back to MySpace.
Maybe we should make a MySpace for the podcast.
We should.
It'd be really funny.
Who will be in your top 8? You got to do like legit, like other podcasts. Like you're like, a band. You always put like your friend bands that you did shows with and stuff in there. So who would be?
The Weekly Planet.
Okay.
Small Disney Podcast.
Oh.
The Podcast.
Okay.
Chuckle Sandwich.
Okay.
Oh, Stavi's World.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Fear and probably.
Put David in there.
6? Whiskey Ring.
And John.
Embellish Pod.
Here we go. Top 8, baby.
There you go.
Then you know who we get mad at because they leave the top 8.
Yeah.
You check the.
You
used to wait.
They get mad.
You're like, you knew somebody.
What happened?
Yeah, or you knew somebody broke up, and you're like, when are they going to take the girlfriend down? And then you see who they put in the top spot, and they're like, they're definitely fucking them because they put this girl in their top 8 instead of their old girlfriend. Yep, we knew it.
Uh-oh.
Or the guy is like, oh man, I'm sad.
Another
guy goes into that spot. And you're like, no, they're doing it. I know they are.
I was a little too young for MySpace.
Oh my God. MySpace was our first band page.
Yeah.
You know how long it took me to upload a VHS?
Oh my gosh.
Like a mini VHS.
Like you converted it
to
VHS to digital.
Yes, to digital. And then I had to do all the coding where you do like to get stuff on there like banners and
right.
You make the banner and then you make a box that has the code in it so people could copy the code and put it on their page. And it was insane. It was absolutely insane the amount of work it went into running a band MySpace.
I just always used Facebook because that was by the time that I was like trying to get my music out.
Yeah.
I was, on Facebook and, that was the tool that everybody was using. And I remember like searching when I would do gigs and you would create like, the event page
Gigs.com.
for your gig. No, you would create the event page on Facebook for your gig and you would want to invite everybody, but it was too much work to sit there and scroll through all your friends and just like click. And so there was like a line of code that you could paste into your the address bar, and it would select all of your friends for you, and just mass invite them. And it worked for like a year, and then it would only do like 50 at a time. There was a new one that got like Facebook caught onto it or something, and then it was like, then we have to do like
damn Zuckerberg
50 at a time or something. Yeah,
caught it. He caught you.
I don't want to talk about Zuckerberg now.
Zuckerberg. MySpace Tom was always your first friend.
Yeah. You'll always feel special. You always have that memory of Tom being there.
He was like that.
If you're not watching the video version, you miss Eric's perfect interpretation of Tom.
His profile pic.
His candid profile pic. That was the only picture he knew how to upload to the internet somehow, even though he was the guy at MySpace.
That's so funny.
I got something else I've been drinking too.
What's that?
Magic Mind. My daily productivity and sleep shots, which have helped me during the month of January kind of reclaim some of my mental health. And their whole thing, of course, is like reclaiming your brain with their magic formula of real ingredients and magic properties. And I mean, January really is kind of the perfect time for me to get recentered and refocused in my work, in my personal life. And Magic Mind really is kind of like the best way to do it. And they just introduced this sleep elixir, which it helps me go to sleep quicker, sleep better throughout the night, and I wake up feeling more refreshed too. And then as soon as I wake up and I make my first cup of coffee, because that's
multiple ones.
the stage of life that I'm in.
It's true.
Now too, which I never thought. I was, for a long time, I was like, I have one cup of coffee or I have one energy drink and I'm good for the rest of the day. And now I'm at 2 cups of coffee, 2 strong espressos.
You've officially became an adult.
Yeah, I think it's the having 2 kids thing.
It
is. But I'll have my productivity shot from Magic Mind alongside it too, and it just kind of helps my brain get focused throughout the day. Helps my workflow. Helps me just get into the groove of things a little bit better. And overall, it's just kind of helping me not feel like I'm dragging. As I'm more productive, my mood is better. I can get through editing the podcast quicker too, even later into the night. Because yes, I do my day job where I'm sitting in front of a computer for 9 hours, and then I go and I sit in front of a computer for 4 or 5 more hours later into the night to edit the podcast.
Yeah,
too.
I think we could all use a little boost of stress relief and sleep after the holidays, especially because you're going from parties and eating wrong and probably having more drinks than you normally do to stressing about gifts and money. So this is definitely a good way to get started back refreshed, stress-free, better sleep, better you.
Better you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And speaking of better you too, Magic Mind also donates 5 cents for each bottle sold to mental health charities that help homeless communities in the U.S. And they're also 100% carbon neutral, and they ship internationally to over 65 countries. So, I mean, like I said, they've helped bring me less stress, more focus and clarity, and really just a huge increase in my steady energy, throughout the day. And we want to give our listeners the chance to check out the productivity shots and their brand new sleep elixir. And if you head to the link in our description, or just head to magicmind.com/bourbonpodjan, that's magicmind.com/bourbonpodjan, and you'll get 45% off your Magic Mind 24-hour, 45% off.
Wow.
Yeah. Your Magic Mind 24-hour pack of focus and sleep shots. So once again, that's magicmind.com/bourbonpodjan, JAN, for 45% off. And
it's just a shot.
It's just
you don't have to worry about
just 2 drinks.
Making a huge thing of powdery thing or whatever.
Yeah, it's all right there
shot.
for you.
It's all you need.
They come in 15 packs of little juice shots or 30 packs. And I love them, man. I genuinely do. They taste great. No problem. I take them either right before bed or first thing in the morning. And I highly, highly recommend it. So
do it.
Thanks for checking them out. Thanks to Magic Mind for helping me out and supporting the show. All right, folks, we are reviewing most of the new Four Roses single barrel collection, which we're missing one.
I think everybody is missing one.
Well,
around here at least.
At least in Lexington. We were not able to locate the OESK. Sometime soon, hopefully, we will be able to get one. If not, well, we'll do a follow-up episode. In the meantime, though, we have the OBSF, the OESO, and the OBSV. OBSV, of course, is just kind of a standard. We've had for years and years and years. This one is an LE. Comes from Warehouse LE.
It's a limited edition? Okay.
Crazy, right? But yeah, these are new standard offerings.
100 proof all around. Right?
All around, yeah. I am imagining that they are about 7 years old.
Okay.
Too. I don't know if there's an exact age statement, but I think that's typically what these kind of come out to. Or they have historically,
now,
at least in the past.
Had just the normal 100 proof single barrel in a while. And if maybe you didn't know, but like Perry said, all those even in the past, like this is not all of them were always OBSV.
Right. And if you do or you have gotten a cask strength Four Roses single barrel that has like the gold label on it, those are not always going to be OBSV. They are sometimes one of the other 9 recipes in their lineup. There's, for anybody who doesn't know, 2 mash bills and 5 different yeast strains that comes out to 10 recipes that Four Roses offers. They are introducing soon more recipes into their lineup with 2 new mash bills and I guess 5 more yeast strains, I think is what it is, for a total of 10,
They'll have to
10
put
more
it on
recipes.
on the little tag so I can remember what they are.
Oh boy, I'm getting stressed
Lots
out
of
thinking
whiskey.
about lots of whiskey. All that being said, though, I am a little bummed, and my anxiety is fluctuating a little bit with the fact that we don't have the third of the new ones.
Okay?
I know it's going to be okay. It's just like
I probably have one over there that's a cast strength.
you just proof it down to 100. Either way, we're going to start with the OBSV, and we will just move on from there to the new ones.
That's just classic Four Roses, bro. You want classic Four Roses.
That's fantastic. That smells delicious.
That floral and spice in there. It's just flowers and
chocolate
spice. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's Four Roses.
Exactly what I want.
Yep. If you enjoy the Four Roses profile and you need it to be a little bit more high proof than your normal, just the yellow label or whatever you call it, 100 proof, that's delicious.
The large batch.
The large
batch, the small batch, the single barrel, the small batch select.
That's just solid.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to go like, oh my God, but it does not miss for what, $40, something like that.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah. That's a buy all the time.
Yeah, definitely. And every now and then you'll get one of those bottles that is, just kind of an exceptional single barrel too. My dad actually had one not too long ago that really was a killer single barrel.
No filler.
And this one's, kind of right in the middle.
Yeah, it's just solid.
It's good. All right, so now we are on the OES.
Oh, my favorite recipe.
This is one of my favorite recipes. OBSO is my favorite.
OESO. Anything that's in my Four Roses over there that's like, looks like I've been drinking on for a long time, it's probably an OESO because I'm like, I can't let it go. Oh, yeah.
It's very leathery.
It's a savory one.
Yeah.
It's savory vanilla. Savory spice and vanilla.
Okay.
Oh, that finish. Oh. Tobacco-y, fruity.
It's very red fruit up front too, but it really does go towards that tobacco on the back end. Little creamy.
See, it really is like, it's not like, I still think these are all going to kind of fall in line of just that solid category because they're not cast strength. They're, introducing people to these recipes. Maybe they never had them, but you can tell this is a little bit more unique than the OBS.
Definitely.
It's got a little bit more layerage to it. Is layerage? Layerage? Is that a word?
I don't think so, but I like it.
I just made it up. Layerage.
Yeah, that was good.
It's more layerage. More layers, I guess I should say. Either way, it's
layerage does sound like a frat boy word. Sweet layerage, bro.
Sweet
you know what I
layerage,
mean?
bro. Come down in the basement, they're like, sweet layerage.
What are you talking about?
So it could be like somebody.
Shut up, Reese.
It could be Kyle. Anyway, it's got layers, I think it really does show like, oh my God, imagine this at cast strength. So, are these batched? These are.
No, dude, they're single barrels.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot what we were even doing. I was thinking like small batch, like OESO or something like that. No, okay. Yeah, that was a dumb moment.
That's all good.
And I'm literally reading them right now. It says single barrel. But, yeah, I want that single barrel at cast strength right now.
It's very good, though.
Yep.
All right. OBSF.
What were our least favorites back in was it F's or K's?
I can't remember.
Q's?
I don't think we liked Q's at all.
Yeah.
I know we loved O's. I know the V's were solid.
I feel like we liked it.
I think we really liked K's too. I think K's surprised us.
Maybe F's were just like
F's were. I don't know if F's were our favorites, but Q's definitely were.
It may have been F.
Oh, really?
I don't like that nose.
It is different. That is a unique nose.
Well, maybe I don't. Okay, maybe dislike is the wrong word. I don't prefer this nose, but it is definitely not what we've been smelling so far. This goes kind of mushroomy.
A little bit. It is super funky.
It's
a little like wet barrel.
Something like
kind of
that.
like the barrel's been exposed to the elements for too long.
Yeah. Okay, the more I smell it, the more weird it is that I kind of do like it.
There is
it's a
mushy cereal kind of thing going on the nose too.
I can see that. It's a very like I can't think of the word. What is the word I'm trying to use? Shock. When you go from these two to this. Like
yeah.
Kind of your senses are shocked because you're like, it's so different.
You know what what we're really hitting on is that this is just the more herbal yeast strain.
That's the word.
Than these other two, which are more fruity and spicier.
That's the word.
So yeah, because this really does hit an herbal tea thing.
Yeah, that's definitely the word.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It tastes exactly like it smells to me.
This is a utility single barrel or a utility barrel that somebody like Brent Elliott or their blending team would utilize. It's a utility that they would utilize. Great words there, Perry.
Wow.
What
Makes
a
sense.
Fantastic job you've done there explaining
that
things.
Was perfect. Utilizing utility.
Yeah. Anyway.
But
it's a tool that they would use to create depth in
more layerage.
More layerage.
Yeah.
Basically. If something's too dark and is not and it needs to brighten up or it needs more character, these kinds of barrels are where they would go.
This one has got some thickness to it though, man.
It does.
It's hanging on that glass a little bit more than the other ones.
I mean, it's definitely what I would say is my least favorite of the three because it doesn't approach my palate as far as something I prefer.
It's almost like
it's a really dumb way to say I don't like this as much as the other ones.
I mean, I think you hit it.
I'm struggling, man. What's happening?
I think you nailed it on the utility side because it's almost like it's just a piece of a bigger project.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
A cocktail, you're drinking just one part of what something would be in a cocktail.
Yeah.
Something like that.
If you go to, say you're looking at the makeup of a small batch limited edition, you're not seeing 22-year-old OBSF.
Like one, a 9-year.
Exactly. It's going to be like
10% OBSF.
Yeah, it's character. It's a little bit of
just
balance
a hint of that
in there.
kind of weirdness in there.
Yeah. Which makes me think, what would the blend of these three be like together?
I wish we could do that.
I don't think we're there yet.
We can do that. We can blend these products together.
Science. Science, baby.
Yeah, let's take one more run through them separately first.
Yeah.
What were the prices on these?
50.
Same as this one? Or
Well,
this one's like 40
this is 40.
These are 50.
Yeah. So a little bit more elevated. I don't particularly know why they're more expensive.
Because they're new.
You think they'll come down in price?
Yes.
Okay.
Give it time.
But does it...
Does it what?
Okay.
Say it.
Does it impact the quality or the overall value of them for the fact that they're more expensive? I mean, I like the
I think
the novelty of them, I suppose.
I'm happy that they're only slightly more than the normal.
Yeah, if they were like $60 a piece,
I would be turning the table over. I would be calling Elliot myself. I'd call him. You have his number, don't you?
I do. Yeah, we talk regularly.
I would have called him and been mad.
The last time we talked to him, he said, "I'm going to report you next time we talk."
Well, he'd really report me because I'd be cussing. But they didn't. They kept it close. I think it's just kind of a new and kind of something a little limited probably. They're probably going to get more out, and then you'll probably start seeing it for like 45, 40. I hope. Yeah. I'd buy them up.
I wish that we had the other one just for posterity's sake, but
what is happening?
My work phone.
Oh, I was like, what?
Sorry.
Spam-a-lamma ding dong.
Yeah. I don't feel like we should do a full nose palette finish and price with this. I feel like that's too much to do.
13s all around.
I'd say roughly.
I think that's about an
13,
average.
14.
It's if you like Four Roses and you like trying different recipes, it's definitely going to be fun because you can compare them to some of your other single barrels and stuff like that. If you are not particularly into like the whole lore of like, ooh, do I like the E's? Do I like the O's? Do I like the K? If you're just like, I don't care, just give me a Four Roses.
This is not for you, for sure.
I don't think you have to go spend $50 on these. So I don't know. I feel like it's leaning more towards the Four Roses fan, just another thing for them to do and have to play with and drink.
Well, I think that brings up an important point too, that Four Roses
isn't boring, like somebody once said. I mean, we've had a fun conversation right now trying 3 different recipes from the same thing that are all different and fun to drink. I definitely wasn't bored for the last few minutes.
I forgot. I'll bleep it out or whatever. Who was it that said that? Oh, right. Yeah. Why would you say that? They're like one of the least
most boring. He said they were a boring company and all this stuff.
They're so not boring.
Because he likes to make content. He blah, blah,
Yeah. Moving on. What I was gonna say though is that they're not boring. But also like they do a really good job of catering to the people that care about their brand.
This blend.
Yeah.
That was pretty friggin' good.
It's got small batch select vibes to it.
It is.
Wait, what are the recipes in small batch select?
I know there's an O. There's probably a V.
OBSV, OBSK, OBSF,
There's no
OESV, OESK, OESF. So there is no O, yeah. But 2 of the recipes that we have.
Yeah. How much, what do we put? How much OBSF did they do? 5. They said mint on there.
No. That's just saying which recipe. Their number 1 recipe is OBSV. Their number 2 recipe is OBSK.
Oh, I thought that was. I saw like a 10. It went from like 7 to 10.
I understand.
I
understand,
thought that
dude.
was like ratios. So what's in a normal? Is a normal small batch? Is it just V's?
I don't know.
Nope. It's got a no. It's got the O's in it.
It doesn't have any V in it.
Oh, it's more O.
It's OBSK, OBSO, OESK, and OESO.
Huh.
This is one of the reasons that you can't find a lot of OBSO picks because they use it for so much.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
You'd make it hard.
And then they use
everything
in the yellow label,
Skin
tan
color
label, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Which I maintain
This
is one of the best 80 proof bourbons on the market.
This is small batch.
Small batch light.
Yeah, small batch light. It's like not quite select yet, but it's a little better than the normal small batch.
Yeah. It's got a really good, just straightforward Four Roses nose to it.
Yeah, same on the palate. That's freaking good. That's pretty good.
That's a way to make your Four Roses last longer.
Yeah.
Get you an empty handle. Get 3 bottles of...
Big price up front, but it's going to last longer.
You're going to feel like it's an investment. Even though it doesn't really make... Whatever. That's really funny, actually. That's a pretty solid blend. I think, personally, I could use a little bit more of the OESO. Because I had like equal parts.
Yeah, mine were all about equal. I'm trying to think. I kind of like kind of the vanilla fruit portion that it's got going on. I wonder what a little bit of weirdness would do.
I was kind of hoping you would do that. Okay. This went full banana split.
This went candied bacon, but it's burnt. Burnt candied bacon.
Yep.
It's like it was started off kind of good, but then there's like this burnt note in it.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Okay, that didn't quite go the way that I wanted it to.
Oh, I kind of like that. That's giving me some funky nerds vibes right now.
I think what I'm looking for is 2 parts OBSV, 2 parts OBSO, or 2 parts OESO, and 1 part OBSF. Or a half a part, however you want to do it, like one part, half part. However you want to do the math.
33.3.
No, not quite.
33.3. That's only, I was thinking 4 parts because I was going to do 33. No, wait.
This is fun.
43.3. 33.4.
Okay, I can't do this. I'm hurting.
15.3.
That's closer to what I was looking for.
Oh, that's the. I told you the ratios.
Okay, well, I'm bad at math, and I kind of zoned out for a second.
And a touch of water. This is fun.
This is a lot of fun. I like this. I'm looking forward to when we get the last one so we can do some more experimentation.
Experimentation.
Yeah. Eric, guess what?
What?
We got a barrel ring. You want me to keep that?
Sure.
You don't want to retry it?
Nah.
All right.
That was my Adam Sandler impression.
Okay, fantastic. Well, this is a portion of the show that you can participate in if you want to, send us a text message or leave us a voicemail. The phone number is 859-428-8253. And you can be just like our buddy W. Leb here who texted us.
Bleb.
He said, Perry and Eric, W. Leb here. I felt kind of bad that you didn't have any barrel rings last week. Sadly, I kind of thought more people would take advantage of being able to shout out whatever they wanted. Losers.
Losers.
Anyway, this has more to do with the collection segment that you guys sometimes talk about. Since it's winter, I spend more time indoors and have recently been hitting up the thrift shops and buying records that are $1 or less. I'm gonna pop some tags. A couple weeks ago, I scored 32 records that must have just come into the thrift shop. Among them were things like the Blues Brothers, some stuff from the 70s, etc. And these 2 Frank Zappa albums. Holy moly. Pretty bizarre stuff, but then he was like that. Anyway, that is true. If you get a chance and want to hear some really weird stuff, listen to these. So it's...
Oh, he's nice. He did the face.
Uh-huh.
He did the face.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the Joe's Garage albums.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love Frank Zappa. I'm not going to put the picture on screen so that we don't get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble.
There can only be one Tropic Thunder.
And you never want to go full Tropic Thunder.
And Soul Man. You ever watch that movie?
No, but
you know of it.
I know. Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's crazy though. 32 records for $1 or less. So $32 in records.
Cool.
That's my boy right there.
$32.
Yeah.
You buy a lot of cool stuff for $32.
Yeah, like old records. All right, never mind. If you want to be like W Lab and send us a text or voicemail, 859-428-8253. What we're drinking right now came from Don Nishida. This is a donut beer from Hanakoa. It is called Guava Drip.
Guava Drip. Not to be confused with guava juice on YouTube.
Another problematic person.
Bringing the 3 a.m. videos to life.
I don't want to talk about guava juice. Pastry style sour ale with guava, lemon, coconut, and donuts.
Dude, it smells so good.
It's a collab with Perve Donut Shop.
God, it smells so good. I can genuinely say that this smells better than any of these bourbons right here. Oh my God.
I mean, yeah, but it's like for different reasons.
I'm just saying.
No, I agree. I would rather smell this.
Oh, okay. I'm not even the beer guy, and I love this.
This is crazy good.
Oh,
there was a...
it's so light, too. It's not like... I'm so used to these freaking stouts you bring on here.
I know.
Now I'm drinking like something
but
that
even some of like the sours can feel kind of heavy.
Yeah, especially those fruity ones. This is just right.
This is crushable.
Damn it. I should have...
You should have had it just for yourself. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Hey, you know that's our thing.
I know it is.
There's always random things that like,
I think I might keep this.
Keep this one. I can't really keep this anymore. Because I was thinking Sunday when I'm watching the game, like having a beer instead of... I've learned to just sip on some beer because if I start drinking bourbon watching the Bills, I get stressed out and I drink more than I should. And by the end of the game, I'm like, ah! That's why I
asleep on the couch.
That stout was perfect last time because
Yeah.
it was a little bit higher proof, and I just sipped on it throughout most of the game.
I need to find
Me more.
both of us more.
Just me. I want this, man.
This is it's good.
It's cooks.
It's cooks, dude.
They're cooking.
No,
Let them cook.
they ate.
They ate. Everybody ate.
Is that gonna?
I'm gonna pop some tags. The drizzle drip.
Ooh,
Imagine. What is it? Purvey?
I guess.
Purvey Donuts. Imagine Purvey Donuts rainbow sparkled unicorns prancing into Hanakoa, packed with a giant bag of pure decadence. We glaze this ethereal drip with a generous layer of guava, drizzle of lemon, and toasted coconut sprinkle for the perfect crisp. Think of it as a fusion of classic guava, chiffon, chiffon cake with a dash of Brion's signature elegance and style. Who's Brion? Ask next time you're in Purvey. This beer may not give you wings, but you might just catch a bit of enigmatic pizzazz. Enjoy straight Riz in liquid form. I love it. They did it. They said Riz. I love
The
it.
Rizzler.
The Rizzler, baby. Got the Riz.
I almost said, what do you think it would take to get the Rizzler on this podcast? But then I realized he's a child, and this is a podcast about whiskey. So
You already got the Rizzler, baby.
you,
Yeah. I got the Riz. I got Riz.
I know you do.
Mutant Riz.
High proof hot takes.
Using the word Riz
It
as an almost 40-year-old. I'm telling on myself.
Don't do it.
I will call you out for when you made a post the other day on one of your stories. I said, Perry sounds a little old to be saying this. What did you say?
Oh, I know.
What was it?
I don't remember, but
It's not slaps. It was like this. You reposted something.
Yeah, I
was it a food thing?
yeah, it was from First We Feast. I was a little drunk when I reposted
And you said
it.
something just like kind of like that. And I go, oh no.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't have done that. I'm not even embarrassed about it because I don't like. What did I say?
I can't remember either. I was like, I gotta call him out.
Did
on
I
it.
say this cooks?
No, it wasn't Cooks because I wouldn't care about that. It was something more than Cooks.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It was funny though.
It was no. I looked back on it and I was like, I shouldn't have said that.
I was cracking.
But
up.
it was just cringy. It wasn't like
No, that's
it
what I'm
wasn't
saying.
like a I'm gonna get canceled for this.
No,
you know?
it was exactly like me saying Riz.
Yeah.
We're too old to be saying that shit.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So yeah, that's it.
I will say, like, you're cooked. Because I don't think that's so.
No,
that's
cooked-
not as. That's not as like.
cooked. I say that during football. He's cooking. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
There, it was something like, oh, what did he say?
I'm just gonna look at it. Because it's in my. It's got to be in my story archive.
Yeah. You found it?
I did. Not gonna.
Say it. Say it. Say it. You gotta say it.
This
now.
does suck. This does royally suck. So it was from First We Feast. And their post, it was a repost of a tweet that said, "Hear me out. Birria tacos with a consomme fountain."
Okay.
Okay. And I put it on my story and I said, not gonna lie. Or no. I said, okay, this idea bangs.
Bangs. Bangs.
Oh, it's good. That's good, man. That's so
bang.
That's so good.
Oh my God, that was it. I was like, I'm bringing this up next time. I almost did the reply and brought it up then. I was like, nope, I'm going to bring this back up.
No, I think that was perfect. Yeah.
Bangs.
This idea bangs.
Beer bangs for sure.
It does. It slaps, it eats, it cooks.
Bangs.
It bangs. You know what really like made me go, oh, I shouldn't have posted that. Is like thinking about family members seeing it. I was like, oh.
Let's see what Perry posted.
And it was never embarrassment. It was
What
just
does
like
that mean?
it was never embarrassment. It was just like, yeah, you don't need to. What are you doing? You're 31.
It's so funny.
This is a fun high proof hot take.
Okay.
If you're gonna lie,
Ooh, lying.
keep track of your lies.
Ooh, bad liars.
Bad liars.
Who lied?
Oh, I can't say.
Would the people know?
Maybe.
Oh, I'm gonna do it.
There's a a soft possibility
I'm
that
gonna
they
get
would
cringe. Spill the tea.
I can't do it. If you're gonna lie, be good about it. Or how about this? Just don't lie at all.
Just be an honest person.
Just be honest about.
That's a tip.
Yeah.
Tips and bits.
Segment of the show where we recommend things that we have been listening to, watching, reading, just enjoying recently that we think you should also be enjoying too. What you got?
Well, I will say this up top, since I know we're both excited about this. That teaser for Switch 2.
I'm excited for the console, but it does just look like a bigger Switch.
What's wrong with that? Because I don't have a bigger Switch.
There's nothing wrong with it.
You have a bigger Switch.
I do.
I don't.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm more excited. I'm more excited about those magnetic.
Oh, no. The
Joy-Cons.
new Joy-Cons are fantastic.
But I loved that teaser.
I did too.
It was nice.
And the soft announcement of Mario Kart 9.
My favorite all time. It's probably my favorite Nintendo Mario style game throughout all the years.
I can't wait, man. I'm so excited for it.
I think, because I'm already claiming that I'm buying, because you literally see my Switch over there, which is the first Switch that came out. I've just updated Joy-Cons about 17 times because of all the drift that I had to get rid of. And I haven't really got anything new in a while, so it's just been sitting there. I've already declared myself getting a new Switch and Mario Kart. So, I think once we both have the new Mario Kart, maybe Patreon, maybe we put something down to pour and to have the drink, and we go head to head.
I'm saying we just do it on Twitch. I'm making content out of it. Are you kidding me? Like, that's gonna be all the rage when the new Switch comes out. We'll do some on Patreon. We'll do some on Twitch.
I mean, beat that ass.
Okay, then do it publicly.
I will. I was going to do it for Patreon.
You can do it both.
I was trying to get Patreon something.
Oh, well, we'll do stuff for Patreon too. Don't get me wrong. I am so excited for the Switch too. Like, I was curious if they were just gonna go the Wii U route and like call it the same thing, but with a
normal mutant style. I didn't research anything. I just saw it and said I got to buy that.
Yeah.
Is the internals upgraded?
They're supposed to be.
Okay.
I
figured you probably knew a little bit more about
No,
that.
we don't know exactly what the internals are going to look like yet. It is highly unlikely that.
Have you seen the bottom of this glass?
Yeah, it's Yamcha. Yeah. It's highly unlikely that they're going to be 4K. The current rumor is that it's going to be as strong as a PS4 Pro, which is about in line with how Nintendo operates their gaming consoles. You can't expect them to run with something as updated as like the next gen consoles of like Xbox and PlayStation 5, which I'm not overly upset about, because for me it's truly the games, the IP of Nintendo that I go for, as opposed to like the graphics,
right?
But I do want a game that performs well, right? I don't want it to lag. I don't want it to crash. I don't want it to stutter.
Remember when you bought all those old Batman games?
Yeah,
Arkham.
Yeah,
and the earlier ones just were blocks.
No, the first two actually performed pretty well. It was Arkham Knight that you can't run at all. Which I don't want to get into it. Anyway, you still can't play it
anymore.
I'm sure you can. I'm sure you'll be able to play it on the Switch too. I'm sure it will run. Okay, I don't know. I can't even like make
Either
way.
I brought this up. I did this. We'll move on. I'm just excited.
I am excited about it as well.
I'm ready for a new Mario Kart.
Me too.
So,
and I've played Mario Kart 8 to death.
Well, I did too. That was my game.
It's been out for.
It came out when the Switch first came out.
I know. Well, it was out on the Wii U.
Yeah.
And the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out when the Switch came out. So this is a game that has been out for 15 years, if not, roughly 15 years.
Yeah.
And has just been patched with downloadable content. And it still feels pretty fresh. Like it doesn't feel like you're running a GameCube game on the Switch. Like there's still content that, if you came into it late, you're not like, oh, this is an old game.
Right.
And it still feels like a Switch game as opposed to like a port of a Wii U game, even though that's technically what it is, just with more content packed onto it.
April 2025 release for Switch 2.
We don't know for sure yet.
I thought I said.
No, the Nintendo Direct for it is April 2nd, 25.
Gotcha.
I would bet that it's going to be in the summer.
Gotcha.
When it comes out.
Guess I need to start playing Mario Kart again.
I played it recently with a Discord friend, and I realized I am a little out of practice.
It's like riding a bike for me.
Okay.
All right. So, another anime
Either way.
I got to recommend this week. Just came out on Netflix. It's been a manga for a while. What, are you okay?
It's some beer splashed into my nose.
Sakamoto Days. And it is about one of the best hitmen ever who fell in love and decided to leave the life of being a hitman and just open a little mom and pop like convenience store. Well, guess what? He looks old and run down, and his old crew says he needs to be taken out. So they send this young guy to go take him out, and guess what? He's still as badass as he was when he was young and in shape, and it is funny. And it just started, and for some reason, I got mad because I didn't realize Netflix was doing we're going to release one episode at a time thing, when normally they release everything at once.
Crunchyroll's doing the same thing with the Dragon Ball English dub, the Daima English dub, which is insane because they already did a 3-episode theatrical release.
Right.
So they have at least that in the tank ready to go. And they're doing a weekly 1-episode release. There's 14 episodes as of recording now out. And what do they do? So annoying.
Either way,
anyway.
This anime is fun. It's going to be great. I've read some of the manga. It's definitely worth it. So if you're listening and you're into anime, or maybe you hear me talk about anime, you're like, I want to try one. Try that one. It's great. It's great. You look like you're getting ready to do a high proof hot take right now.
No, I'm not.
Recommend for you. Step into a Slim Jim.
I think I've talked about this show before on the podcast, but Lucy and I have been big
American Dad.
Good morning, USA.
There's a feeling that's gonna be a wonderful day. Okay, anyway, sorry.
Hyper hot take, better than Family Guy.
Think so?
Yeah, I do think so.
I don't know. Those early seasons of Family Guy were bang.
They
bang.
They did bang. Yeah, you're right. But I think pound for pound, American Dad is a better show. Anyway, Abbott Elementary.
I've heard of this.
We love. It's great.
They did a crossover with.
That's what I'm about to talk about.
Yeah, I saw
they did a crossover episode with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia because Abbott Elementary is also set in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And in this episode, which came out a couple weeks ago, they are hiring volunteers to help out in the school. And the gang comes and volunteers.
That has to be hilarious.
So like Frank helps in the garden and Charlie does Charlie work and they find out that he's illiterate.
Oh, no. I respect that because there's not too many TV shows that do crossovers.
I miss when they used to do crossovers. Like Urkel showed up on
Family Matters and
Full House. He showed up on Full House.
They did stuff all.
He was
all
on
the
Family
time.
Matters.
So I was saying the shows, Family Matters and Full House.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Boy Meets World had a couple of stuff. Like they would do that stuff all the time.
Shoot, I don't know.
Jay and Silent Bob on Degrassi.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just they really just don't do that anymore. I think it's because everybody's so careful about like their intellectual property and
I was gonna say it's all contract related.
Yeah, it's expensive and blah blah blah. But anyway, it was fun and there were multiple instances where Dennis like couldn't. He was like, I can't be on camera.
Oh no.
It was great. If you're an It's Always Sunny fan, which I mean we both are.
I need some rum ham.
Do you know that Brett makes a rum ham every year for Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's I always think about that when you told me that. I was like, maybe I should go. Let's crash this party.
You should.
Or maybe you should just bring me some fucking rum ham. God. As simple as that.
You bring up a terrific point. And one that I will consider the next time.
Eric would really love this. Guys are eating it.
The next time a rum ham is made and I am around the rum ham, I will bring you some rum ham.
Bring me some rum ham.
I am very sorry.
It's so simple.
This is the Bad Friends podcast.
God.
Oh man, do we have anything else before we wrap up?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we probably need to. I need to what am I trying to say? What is the word I'm trying to say? Retell the telling of me meeting the new patron. Recount. That's the freaking word.
Yeah.
Recount this. I don't know. Just take it away.
Okay, well, this is you can support the show at patreon.com/bourbon podcast
about this rum
for as little as $1 a month. But there's bonus content for as little as $5 a month. We got a new patron. It's Max Barrel-Proof EDC.
Max saw him the other day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he was buying for Christmas?
Rum ham?
Just a ham.
Oh, that he was going to make into rum?
Yeah, he was.
Did he share any with you?
No, he didn't either. I'm a little pissed. Because I gave him my address. And I said, rum ham? I've always wanted a good rum ham for Christmas, but unfortunately, my family didn't want rum ham this week. We always order Chinese food for Christmas. And he was like, you know what? Well, sorry, there are going to be no leftovers because I put so much rum ham in my mouth that even my family doesn't get any. So apparently he eats all the rum ham for himself. He doesn't even feed his family, and there's no leftovers. But he said, since I can't share the rum ham, I am going to join the Patreon. And I said, that's cool, but where's the ham? And he said, it's gone. And it was literally gone before he even walked out of the store. Why was I there? I was just hoping to get a sample of a rum ham because I thought they were going to be doing the little sample things like try this, because I wasn't going to buy a full rum ham for myself and eat it all because that would be selfish. Unlike him, who just bought a full rum ham and didn't even feed his family with it. And then Perry's over here eating rum ham. He didn't share any with it. So I'm glad that he's on Patreon. But between the two of them, I don't have any rum ham. So that's it. You should have the Discord link by now, because I watched Perry send it to you. Share your ham. If you don't want to get in the ham and you just want to join the Patreon, go to patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast for as little as $1 a month. You can join the show. You can support the show. But if you want all the bonus stuff, you want these episodes that we talk about that we can't talk about on air, these uncut things when you're like, what are they getting ready to say? But Perry cuts away and then he comes back. We probably said something crazy. You got to join at the $5 tier. It's where all the best stuff is. Seriously, like.
It's the $5 and up tier.
Yeah, it's like the rum ham version of Patreon.
I'm over here thinking about how good rum ham is.
I hate you. I'm glad you and Max love getting your rum hams together.
I'm like, rum ham's so good when you put it on a little King's Hawaiian roll.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Put it
I'd love
with
it.
some mustard and mayonnaise.
Only ham I had was Thanksgiving, a little normal, like little honey ham. I didn't want honey ham. I wanted rum ham. But I had to do whatever my family wanted to. They wanted honey ham. If you want to send us an email, you can send an email to this is my bourbonshop@gmail.com. If you want to get some merch, bourbonshop.threadless.com. You can get this t-shirt right here. There's hats now. There's a bunch of other things. Support the show, get some merch. If you want to follow us on all social media, you can follow me at Whiskey Mutant. You can follow Perry at PRitter1792. And you can follow the show as a whole at My Bourbon Pod. If you want to, what else am I saying?
Send us mail.
P.O. Box
22609, Lexington, Kentucky 40522.
We accept all types of packages. We love packages. Big packages in our mouths. Well, usually we're drinking it or eating it. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know what you were thinking about. You can send me a rum ham there. Feel free.
You could.
Yeah. We also have a Facebook group. You can go on the Facebook and join that. We also put the show up on YouTube. If you want to go there, you can see all our episodes video version. Perry also goes live every Thursday night. There's also a special live coming up as of right now, probably tomorrow when you're listening. It's to support a family that lost their housing in the LA fires. So be sure to check out that. We'll be giving away some bottles. I'm going to try to hop on for that as well. Maybe do a little Whiskey Mutant pack for a giveaway bottle or something like that. And support the show by liking, comment, subscribing, doing all the stuff. Just interact.
Yeah, all the stuff.
All the stuff.
I'm sorry about it.
Of all things today, I never thought I would be getting mad about the rum ham.
So sorry.
And you've talked about this for years.
I know. Next time there will be rum ham for you. I promise. And I promise that we will see you next week. We love you. Thank you for listening, watching, subscribing, commenting on this video, sharing it with your friends, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time. Until then, though, I'm Perry.
I'm Eric.
And this is My Bourbon Podcast. So mad.